So in this video, I will be showing you how to the three most powerful price action strategies that I've learned over the years. And it is just these three that I've tried that I believe is going to make you profitable. So I'm going to go over them one after the other so you can choose any one that you like and try it out and back test, and you will see how powerful it is. Okay, so let's start with the first one. The first one has to do with price and Fibonacci retracement. So you can actually use price action patterns with Fibonacci retracement to get good trade. So how does this work? First of all, you want to make sure that price retrace to Fibonacci golden zone. Okay, let's say price move up, higher high, higher low, higher high. Okay, higher low. All right. So now the first thing, what you want to do is that you want to wait for this pullback to happen, and then you use your Fibonacci retracement. Here is Fibonacci, and then you place it from the bottom to the up like this, right? And then when you see that the price, these two gold color, these are the golden zone. This red part is also very powerful. When price retraces to that particular level, you want to take your trade. Okay. The golden zone is just 50% and the 61% golden zone. Then this last one, the red line, is 78%. So you can use the three area to take your entry. All right. So first of all, you want to make sure that price retraces to this any of this area. All right. When that happens, then you want to wait for price pattern to form there. What do I mean by price pattern? Like double bottom, like double top. Those are the price pattern that you want to wait for. Take for example, when the price retraces to this area, you want to wait for double bottom in this case, okay, to form. When that double bottom forms, that is when you want to take a buy position. Another price pattern that can form there is reverse head and shoulder pattern. When the price make lower low, lower lower high, lower low, then fails to make another lower low and form something like this. Okay, then you have first shoulder head, second shoulder, something like this formed here or here into this area or into this area. When you see something like that, then after the second shoulder here, this second shoulder, you want to take your buy position. So the case is the same for downtrend. Okay, downtrend, you want to wait for, okay, let me show you an example. Let's say the market has been making lower lows, lower high, lower lows, lower highs, then you expect another lower high here. All right, so what you just, all right, you want to start from here for pullback, start from here, and then you bring it to this place, right? Make sure it ends here like this, right? So you start from up and then drag it down. So the pullback, you can see the pullback into the golden zone. So when it happens, what you want to be looking out for in this case is double top, okay? Double top like this, your M, okay, in that area. So let's say you have double top here. That is after the second top here. That's when you want to take your sell position. Another thing that you can look for is head and shoulder pattern, okay? So here, this is how head and shoulder pattern looks like, okay? Markets move up, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, fails to make another higher highs, something like this, okay? You want to wait, you want to look out for something like this. Is the first shoulder, head, second shoulder. So you move it, okay, let me move it here. Okay, you want to look for this pattern. When this pattern forms in that area, that's when you want to take your sell position. All right, so this is just what you need as a trader. Like, if you can do this technically and then combine it with fundamentals, then you are good to go. All right, you are good to go if you can just do this. So let's move to the next one. All right, so the next one, let me remove all these ones. The next one has to do with price action and the RSI. Okay, price and RSI. So in this case, I'm going to show you some trade that I took with crypto as an example. In this case, I will use that as an example. Okay, so let me open BTC. Okay, so I took some trade recently. Okay, yeah, here they are. So don't forget, please don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. I give you all this kind of value information on this channel, so you don't want to miss out. Don't forget to like and subscribe and click the notification bell so that when I drop videos like this, you get to see it fast. All right, so let's continue. So when I say you know, I talked about price action pattern and Fibonacci. So when we are looking at price action, you want to be looking for double top like this, like M pattern, okay, for you to sell. And then for buy opportunity, you want to be looking for double bottom like this, W, like W, okay. Those are the two patterns that you want, price action pattern that you want to be looking out for. And then another pattern that you want to be looking out for is head and shoulder pattern. Okay, like I talked about under the price action of Fibonacci. You can see first shoulder, head, second shoulder, and then you want to be looking for that this head and shoulder. This one is for buy opportunity, reverse head and shoulder pattern. Why you see this at a support, you want to be buying. If you see this at a resistance, you want to be selling. If you see this at a resistance, you want to be selling. If you see this as a support, you want to be buying. All right. So here is an example of the trade I took last week on Bitcoin. You can see the pattern here, double top. Okay, so you can see it from here. So you can see, sorry, you can see the pattern here. That's it. Okay, and you can see it here. Okay, you can see the pattern there. All right. So when you see this pattern, you want to check your RSI. Okay, you want to check your RSI for you to be able to determine if the market is going to likely reverse from there. So let me open my RSI. This is my RSI. As you can see here, this is my RSI. I've actually customized this. What I do is that I just remove the upper band, the lower band, and then I remove the background color. That's all. If you open it, just remove those things. That's all. Nothing really serious. So if you look at okay, if you look at what you want to be looking out for is divergence. Okay, you can see here the market is moving, make double top, but what you want to be looking at is the market making lower lows. Okay, so in this case you can see the market makes lower low. If you look at the high here it is. What do you see? You can see the what I mark here slanted to the downside. As you can see, slanted to the downside, which means that there is no momentum to the upside. This particular level here, there is no buying pressure pushing the market high. That is why this does not go above this first high here. So you can see the slant in divergence. So when I see this, you want to take your short position after the candlestick confirmation. Look at this one too. You can see how slant it is to the downside. Okay, here it is. Okay, here it is. You can see it down to the downside. All right. So when you see that the second high here is very low, it can't push above. It doesn't push above here. It doesn't go above the second high. Then know that the momentum is to the downside. So these are the two key things that you want to look out for: price action factor and divergence using your RSI. Another indicator that you can use instead of RSI is called CCI. You can actually use CCI. CCI, just CCI. You can use it. Let me show you from the indicator. Don't let me divert our attention. So let's just proceed to the next strategy. Okay, just type CCI and you see it. All right. So let's go back to the last one. The last one is price and VWAP. Okay, price and VWAP. Okay, price and VWAP. So if you look at price and VWAP, if you look at my chart very well, you will see that there is a particular line here that looks like moving average. It's not moving average. It is called VWAP, and it has settings. Okay, maybe in one of these, I've actually done video of how the setting. You can check. Probably I will link it to the video here so that you can see it. I will link it to the video so you can watch it. Right? So you can see the settings. So first of all, you can see the double bottom here. Okay, so what you want to be looking out for is that whenever the price has, you can see double top here, when price break, okay, you want to take short position. Sometimes you may want to wait for retest And then when you see that retest, you want to take a sell position. Okay, you can see like here now. Let me use this one as an example. Here now, you see something that looks like reverse head and shoulder pattern. First shoulder here, second shoulder here. So as soon as the indicator get broken, the VWAP, then you want to take a buy position. All right. So let me give you another example here. Here is another pattern that show you reverse head and shoulder pattern. Here is the first shoulder head, second shoulder. You can use this as second shoulder, or you can use this as second shoulder. As soon as price break above, if you take a buy position immediately, you are definitely going to suffer a loss because of this pullback. But that is not, you don't need to be worried. If this pullback happens and then the price close back into the VWAP, take a buy position. All right. And then another thing you can do is that you can also trade this without considering price action pattern. Let's say, for example, when price cost breaks inside, wait for the price to retest your VWAP either from here or here. You can actually take a sell position on your VWAP. Okay, so that is how powerful you can use VWAP with your price pattern. Here is an example where I capitalize on it. You can see my double bottom here. Okay, double bottom, but then price break above the VWAP. That is when the I didn't take the position based on the VWAP. I take the position based on the price pattern and my RSI. Okay, and my RSI here. All right, but if you are using VWAP, you can wait for it to break above that VWAP before you take a buy position. You are still going to make money from it. Here is another example of double bottom and then price breaking. Okay, double bottom, but here I just use double bottom and my V and my RSI here, so nothing else. But you can also wait for price to break above and then you can take your buy position. You can see how interesting it is. Here is an example of price consolidating, not a clean double top, but as soon as you see price break below the VWAP, you can wait for a retest or you can take just the short trade. VWAP is actually very powerful. You can actually use VWAP on itself. All you just have to do is you want to make sure you follow the trend when you are doing that, and you make sure that price is actually bouncing up from resistance or support before you consider before you consider the VWAP being broken or being retested. Don't use VWAP alone on itself. So these are the 3 strategies I want to show you that have proven to work for me for years, and I believe it can also make you money in trading. So if you want to take my mentorship class, just send me a message on my Telegram. The Telegram link is in my bio. My Telegram link is also in my description, so you can take my mentorship class. I believe this video is helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe.